Well, hello, and welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. My name is Bruce, and guys, it is Tuesday. Editor Bruce here to let you guys know it's Wednesday? Definitely not Tuesday, Wednesday. And that means it's time for comic book speculation recommendation. The video series where I look off into the future at Final Order Cutoff and New Comic Book Day of next week. That's right, guys, we look into the future so that way you guys have enough time to put in your pre-orders for your FOC books and to also reach out to your local LCS and tell them, hey, I was watching Bruce and Stephanie Comics comic book speculation recommendations video. I like what he had to say. I did my own research and I would like to pick up a couple extra copies of these books because I would like to start and make this hobby fund itself. Alright guys, it is time for my 2 weekly reminders, and the first one will always be do your own research. Why is that? Why do I tell you that every single week? Well, it's very important because speculation is just educated guessing. That's right, I'm using my own education and my own knowledge of comic books and making some educated guesses. But you know what? You should turn those educated guesses into even firm belief by going and checking out the comic book YouTubers you trust, or the comic book websites that you trust, and other comic book apps that you trust. Gather the most information possible for yourself so that way you can make the best decisions for yourselves. Because remember, you are spending your own hard-earned money on these books, and you guys want to feel confident when you make those purchases. So, my first reminder will always be, do your own research. Alright guys, my second weekly reminder is that there are delays. That's right, sometimes a book will show up on FOC multiple times because its FOC got pushed back multiple times. And the same thing with New Comic Book Day. Sometimes I'll say, hey, a book is coming out next week, but it doesn't come out because that book was delayed. So I will talk about it again in the following week's video. So, there are delays, it happens, just keep an eye out for it. Alright, it is time to talk about my FOC picks for this upcoming week. That is Final Order Cutoff for October 17th for your DC books and October 18th for your Marvel and Indies. And hey guys, October 18th is my birthday. I'm turning 41. What? That's right. What books am I going to order for FOC? I don't know. Let's find out. We start out every single Final Order Cutoff list with my cover lover pick. That's right guys, and the book that I like, even though I didn't like it at first, but then the more I looked at it, I liked it more and more. It's just one of those books that just draws you in, and that is Future State Gotham #7, the B cover, which is the Rose Besh. I know, I'm a sucker. This is like the new Peach Momoko for me. I wasn't really into that, but some people really loved every single cover Peach put out, and I guess I'm just falling into that trap for Rose Besh. I was gonna say Peach Momoko, but Rose Besh. I don't know if this is a Batman character. It's supposed to be Jason Todd in the Batman suit. I don't know. I just liked it more and more as I looked at it. But I am sure there are other covers out there that are better than this. But this was the cover that was on Black Cake Comics during my search for FOC books. And this is the one that stuck out to me. Guys, please let me know what covers are better on FOC than this one. You tell me. Let me know down in the comments below. Alright guys, it is time to go over every single book on FOC that has some kind of speculation behind it. Strap in, let's do this. First up, we have Superman Son of Kal-El #5. This is when the first issue of John Kent revealing that he is bisexual and not heterosexual. What? Are you into this? I don't know. We're not talking about that in this video. So let's move on to the next one. We have Wonder Girl #5, the first team appearance. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'll put it right here. Wonder Girl's Lost Amazon Tribe. And then also a possible first cameo appearance of Portia. Next up, we have Wonder Woman Historia, the Amazons #1. This is the origin of the Amazons and the origin of Wonder Woman. You know what I say? If you don't have the first appearance or second appearance or the cameo, what do you get? The origin story. There's never been an origin story of Wonder Woman? It's 2021. What year did that character come out? All right, let's move on. Next up, we have Daredevil #36. This is the final issue of the current run. This is Chip Zdarsky and Marco Checchetto's book, and they are moving into Devil's Reign, which is then going to have a new Daredevil book launching after that, which I hope they are continuing on, but this is the final issue of their current run. Next up, we have Death of Doctor Strange #3. Trace? I don't know. This has the first cover appearance of the three mothers introduced in Doctor Strange #2. So this is the first cover appearance. Do you really care about characters that are probably going to go away after this whole series is over? I don't know. I don't think this is a book you guys want to chase, but let's move on. All right, guys, next up we have Iron Man #14. This is Iron Man Becomes Iron God? What? Stupid. This is also the debut of the new Iron Man armor and powers after absorbing a portion of Galactus's power cosmic. That sounds like a whole bottle of dung. Moving on to the last book on FOC, the Hats and Spec that I could find. Maybe I missed a book or two. You guys let me know down in the comments below after I talk about this book if I did miss a book. But guys, this is X-Men number 5, the first full appearance of Dr. Stasis. Alright guys, those are all the books that are on FOC that has some kind of spec behind it. Let's talk about the books that I think you guys should consider picking up an extra copy of for speculation. And I think the first book is Daredevil number 36. I think Chip Zdarsky in Marco Giacchetto's run is going to be a run that sticks around for a while. I think it's been highly regarded by a lot of the community, and I do think that the final run of a series is important, especially down the line. This is not going to be a book that you're going to be able to flip quickly. This is going to be a book that you're going to hold on to and flip in the future when their kids are looking for the final issue of Chip Zdarsky's and Marco Giacchetto's run, and you're going to be able to make a premium on that book, but not right now. In the future. Remember, I look into the future? That's right. I do look into the future. I also like Wonder Girl number 5. Again, I am a big fan of Yara Flor, and I do think some of these first appearances could mean stuff in the future because I do think there is going to be a Wonder Girl show on HBO Max in the future, and they're going to explore all these first appearances that are coming out in this series right now because this is a new character, so they're going to explore these things. So, again, this is the first team appearance of Equestrida? Totally butchered that. This is Wonder Girl's lost Amazonian tribe and the possible first cameo appearance of Portia. I don't know who Portia is, but Wonder Girl's lost Amazonian tribe is pretty important. I'm sure they're going to cover that in that TV show that I believe is coming out. It was supposed to come out on CW, and then it was canceled. Why? Because I don't think they wanted to put a character like Yara Flor on the CW. They wanted to save it for HBO Max. Alright guys, those are the 2 books from the total 7 books that I found on FOC that had speculation that I think you guys should consider picking up a couple extra copies of those books, you know, for speculation purposes. Alright guys, let's jump into my new comic book day picks. Alright guys, we are talking about my new comic book day picks for October 20th of 2021. That's 2 days after my birthday. Not my birthday, 2 days after. Alright guys, let's dive into those picks. Alright guys, as a reminder, for my new comic book day speculation picks, I always use the Key Collector app. This is not a sponsorship for Key Collector app, but I do find this app very helpful when I'm going through new comic book day picks for next week. It's under the Future Key section. Go under it, you can check out what's there, so that's why I'm not going to list every single book on new comic book day that has speculation on it. Because the Key Collector app has 34 books in total that have speculation. 10 books that have first appearances, 1 origin story, and I picked out 2 books, 2 from the 34 that I think you guys should consider speculating on. But what is my cover lover pick? Because we got to start the list off with the cover lover, and guys, this cover is sick. But first, a reminder, Ice Cream Man number 26. I've talked about this book multiple times when it was on FOC. It's finally coming out on New Comic Book Day. That cover B is creepy and awesome, but that's not the cover that I'm talking about for Ice Cream Man number 26. Oh no, there's a better one. Ice Cream Man number 26, the action figure variant. So action figure variants are not something that I normally go for because I think they're silly and stupid. I don't really get the appeal for having a comic book cover that has an action figure cover on the front of it. No, but Ice Cream Man doing it, I think that's freaking cool, and this action figure variant is dope and scary as F. I think it's super cool, so I think you should chase 2 covers. 2 covers for my cover lovers. Ice Cream Man number 26, the B cover, that's an open order cover, and the action figure variant. And I'm not sure if that was an open order as well, but I think if you can get your hands on that, Ice Cream Man usually does really well on the secondary market for the super cool covers for each and every single issue, but that action figure variant is dope. All right, let's jump into my 2 speculation picks. All right, guys, like I said, there were 10 books that had first appearances, 1 that was an origin story, and then there was a bunch of variant covers and indies with number 1s, but there were 2 books that stood out to me that I think you guys should consider. Now, this first one, there is going to be a large order for this book, and that is because it is Gunslinger Spawn number 1. This is the premiere issue of the second Spawn universe titles featuring the Gunslinger. Now, why do I think you should pick a copy of this? Well, it is the first ongoing series for the Gunslinger, and if you look back and see how much the Gunslinger first appearance is going for, it's insane. Insane the amount of money that book is going for, especially Raw. If you can get that at 9.8, forget about it. But I think this book, just like Spawn number 1, way in the future is going to be worth a lot of money, especially if they do a really good job with this book. Now, there's going to be a very large quantity of these books that are going to be ordered. There's a bunch of different covers. I only actually like 2 of all the covers. I like the cover A, and I like the Revolver cover. I think that's cover F. I think you pick up a couple extra copies of this book, you put them in your long box, you wait 20 to 30 years, and then you can flip them in the future. So if you're like me, you'll be selling them when you're 70. To some kid who's like a young punk and he's just getting into Spawn, you're like, yeah, you want this Gunslinger #1? Of course you do, sonny boy. And you sell it for a premium. Sometimes speculation is holding on to a book for an absurd amount of time and then flipping it in the future because you never know. And maybe Gunslinger Spawn is gonna show up in a Spawn movie in the future, and then that book, you don't have to wait 20 to 30 years, you're selling it beforehand. But again, guys, this is speculation, educated guesses. So could be in the Spawn movie in the future, especially if that Spawn movie does really, really well. And also, just in the future, man, these books are gonna be awesome because Spawn is awesome and Gunslinger is freaking amazing. Pick up a copy, just 1, maybe 2, get it graded if it's super crispy, and just hold on to it, all right? All right, let's find out what that second book is. All right, guys, the second book and the last book on this speculation recommendation video is Phoenix Song Echo #1. This is the first appearance of River, an ally of Echo. Now you're probably saying to yourself, why would you put this book on this list? There's other first appearances. What about the origin of Peacemaker? With Peacemaker, or Secret Files Peacemaker #1. Because Echo is coming to the Hawkeye series, and so that character is going to be introduced. And there are rumors that she's getting her own Disney Plus TV show. And they're gonna need characters for her to be allies with, friends with, and why not have a person like River come and be her friend in that TV show? They're probably gonna want, bigger name characters, but you never know. They could use one of her new characters to bring new readers in, because like, hey, check out this character, go find her first appearance. It just came out a couple years ago. It's widely available to you, So those are my 2 books. One is a little bit of a stretch with our Phoenix Song Echo, but you know what? I think that Gunslinger Spawn is probably your best pick for next week. Again, it's a long-term speculation, I know. But guys, are there any books on New Comic Book Day that I missed that you think I should have been putting on this list? Go to Key Collector app, go to the Future Key section, and tell me. Look through them all. Tell me what I missed. If you guys don't have the Key Collector app, highly suggest getting the Key Collector app. Yes, it's full of speculation, and there are a bunch of books on there that are not really keys, but it's full of information. It gives you everything you need to make your own decisions. Because again, educated guesses. It gives you all the information, and you need to make the best decisions for yourself. I say it every single week. And Two Brothers Comics also says, collect your way. I love that. I love that slogan, Two Brothers. I love it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this week's comic book speculation recommendations. And I just found out also, guys, no Holland vlog this week. Our first shipment from my comic shop for my pre-orders from October is not coming until the second week in November. It's not shipping until November 3rd. And I did the slow shipping, so it's not going to be from like 7 to 9 days from November 3rd. Insane. So I'm going to have to find something to shoot and then post on Thursday. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So stay tuned for what that video is. Maybe it's going to be something interesting. It's always going to be interesting. It's Bruce and Stephanie Comics. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're not subscribed, get yourself subscribed. Hit the bell for notifications. Smash that like button. Help the algorithm, people. All right, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.